she was a hard person in a lot of ways, a hard person. She could really deal out the meat to people when she thought they needed it, but she couldn't take it in return. She'd break down and cry, especially if one of us boys had a question. So it was an interesting balance for me. And I came away from that experience after I'd finally committed myself to the Adventist faith, after having studied quite a number of other things, and realized, the Adventist faith I was raised in really is the doctrine that makes the most sense in scriptures. I couldn't deny that. So I decided to commit myself to the Adventist faith and began to prepare myself based on the passage. The Bible passage just says, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." And that whole idea is that if I have the truth, I can find freedom. And it took me years to realize that truth setting me free is like a box of tools fixing the car. It's not going to happen on its own. And the truth is really not what sets me free. The truth is the tools by which I can be set free. And it's me that has to swing the wrenches. It's me that has to turn the screwdrivers, has to wield the hammer and the wrench. And that's where I am now. I'm realizing after all these years of being very hard myself, and if somebody needed correcting, I flat laid it on them. And there wasn't a whole lot of mercy there. Sorry to say. But as I look back at my life and realize how much of a tumultuous wake I have left behind myself, and how many people probably won't be in the kingdom, at least because of me. It'd have to be somebody else because I didn't leave them in too good a shape. I'm having to learn that to share a testimony and even to confront objections has to be done in a Christ-like way. It has to be done in a Christ-like way. Compassion, understanding, patience, listening and listening again. And I'm thankful that the Lord is bringing these things to me in mind. I'm working at making them practical in life. Answering objections. I'd like to just read a text from James 1, verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. Could any of you finish this passage from memory? Ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. All those who ask, it'll be given. And that's really how we have to approach this particular lesson. Do we have the wisdom that we need to give the right kinds of answers for the people? Do we have what it takes to reach their heart rather than their head? Because we have to reach the heart before the head. You hammer somebody with intellectual knowledge,